Well, this was day 4 of the trip to Southwest Rocks, my first trip to Southwest Rocks with the kayak. The first 3 days were fairly productive, learning how to catch live bait, rig live bait and fine tuning the live bait tube I had on the kayak. Day 4 started fantastically when the first 3 drops of the bait jig resulted in 8 slimy mackerel. The slimy mackerel went into the bait tube and the first 2 went on the hooks. One rigged down deep, the other one rigged shallow. Trolled the area for a couple of hours before the boats went off without any success, and then probably around 9 o'clock I had my first strike. It turned out to probably be a mackerel, which took half the deep bait even though I had a wide trace on. Re-rigged it, went back over the top of the peak. By this time the boats had disappeared, so I managed to sit on top of the bait school, drop the bait down deep again. Maybe 10 minutes later there was a bit of a nudge on the line. It wasn't a hard strike like mackerel, so I released the line and let it free spool for a little while. There were a few more taps before it started moving away. I engaged the gear, put some pressure on the rod and felt a really heavy weight. Took a while before anything happened. I actually thought I'd snag the bottom for a while, but then the line started to scream off. And probably a good 100 metres of line straight back towards shore. Fantastic, I knew it was a fish, and that was probably the closest I got to land for the next 3 hours. The fish then proceeded to turn and head out to sea, and I followed along. Half an hour later, Dibbles came out, or David is his really name, but Dibbles on the forum. He came out to keep an eye on me, just make sure everything was under control. As you could see, I was hooked up to a pretty good fish. The wind had dropped out by this stage, so even though that was probably helpful, it was actually playing in my mind that we were getting further and further into the current that was taking us away from where we needed to go. An hour into the fight, I yelled out to Dibbles and suggested that perhaps we should take consideration of where we were going and that we weren't getting any closer to shore. Big marlin. So I'm calling it for. Or a shark. I'm going marlin. Even though it hasn't jumped. And so I actually ended up tightening up the drag considerably and just putting some pressure on.
Cool, hang on. I'm coming around the back. Coming on the other side. Hey? Cool. Oh, I've got colour. It's a big fucking, it's not a shark. It's not a shark. It's a fucking tail rat marlin. Oh, Mav! What are you going to do with him? He ain't looking too happy. Got a glove? You got a towel? Yep, yeah, it's on video now. Well, you have to swim it and see what it does. Nice fish, man. You've done well.
Hope you enjoyed the video. I certainly had fun making it. Next time I want to get one that jumps. Thanks for watching.